This is a true endurance test. 9,000 kilometers of harsh South American desert, where the only thing as diverse as the countryside are the machines that tackle it.
So many things that need to go right. You can control as many as you possibly can, but you can't control them all.
You see some smoke or some flame, you know, you think immediately it's a game over, you know.
The last little bit I kind of remember and feel was just a really hard thud, and I was laying on the ground and wanting some help.
Dakar 2018 will be very, very special for everybody.
The birth of a child, when it's born, just born, you don't understand what is it. Same as here, you know.
In 2018, the spirit of the Dakar is alive as we celebrate its 40th year. Charging through blinding dust, across sand, mud and mountains, drenched by sun and rain at lung-crushing altitude. It burns inside every rider, every driver who risks everything to tame the desert. Over 500 will try. The reality, most will fail. This is Dakar.
Hello and welcome to Dakar Daily and our preview show to the 2018 Dakar Rally. This really is the most challenging off-road event on planet Earth, so make sure you join Alex and myself for the next 15 days as we travel from Peru into Bolivia and finishing in Argentina, bringing you everything you need to know about this year's Dakar.
This is a big one as well. This is the 40th anniversary. Like Mike says, we're back in Peru for the first time in the last 5 years, and this is totally uncharted territory. This is really going to set the tone for the rest of the Dakar. Over my shoulder is the bivouac. Now, there's over 500 competitors that will kick off tomorrow, and less than half will actually make it to the finish line.
The bike category is incredibly tight. KTM have won the Dakar Rally 16 times in a row, so they're going for their 17th victory. The trick about the KTM boys is they've surrounded themselves, that whole team of ex-competitors. Jordi Villadoms is in there, Daryl Curtis is in there, so there's a lot of ex-riders supporting this year's Dakar riders. That being said, we can't, overlook Honda, the Yamaha, Husqvarna boys. It's going to be incredibly tight in the bike category.
Yeah, they're really aware of how tough the competition is. It's very exciting. I caught up with the KTM boys, and here is what I found out. Now, I know that I'm not the only person who is extremely pleased and relieved to see this gent, Toby Price, back again after your 2016 win. 2017 was tough, right? But you're feeling pumped?
Yeah, really pumped. It's 16 was really good for us, and 17 was just a year I'd like to forget, really. But yeah, look, we're pumped. We're excited to be back here in 2018, and excited to kick off the rally here in Peru, and we'll just see what the rally's going to bring. It's going to be tough, but we're excited.
Right now, I'm good. I'm feeling strong and ready for the race. 17 was good, to be honest. I won Dakar, then we won in Abu Dhabi, won in Qatar. I had a few rough races in South America, and then had some unfortunate time in Morocco there with the river. But no, that's part of the racing, and starting first on day one is not ideal. It's never ideal to start in the front on a sand stage, and I'll lose a bit of time, but we got 14 days, and I'm sure we'll have a time to make it up,
Yeah, I love the new KTM. I think the team did a really good job, and I feel really confident with the new bike. In Morocco Rally, I feel really good, and I hope here I will be good.
When I was kids, I was a dream. I look Dakar on the TV with the bike and everything, the desert. So for me, it was a really dream to come. And I make a mistake my first Dakar, so I hope this year to not make again the mistake and to continue my progression.
it's a fun environment, a good team. Red Bull KTM is a good family to be around, and it's we come here to do our work. It's our job, it's our business, but it's you got to have fun while you're doing it, and have a good crew like we have. It's always good times.
I think it's safe to say that the competition between those KTM guys is going to be pretty tough. Okay, let's take a look at where we are heading. Stage 1, we kick off with a podium party in Lima. Over 200 Ks of transport stage with 31K special loop in the sand dunes of Pisco. Stage 2, a much longer loop out of Pisco with over 250 Ks of competition. The overriding theme here is sand, and navigation skill is key.
Moving on to stage 3, and we leave Pisco and head to San Juan. Approximately 500 kilometres in total for the day, with around 300 kilometres of those special stage competition. Stage 4 is a San Juan to San Juan loop, and we start on the beach. Total for the day, just over 440 kilometres. Stage 5, and it's the run from San Juan to Arequipa. It's a big day where we see the bikes and quads taking a separate route to the cars and trucks, well over 700 kilometres in total.
Stage 6, Arequipa to La Paz, the final stage of Peru. Over 750 Ks, around 300 of which is racing for everyone. Another big day. So that is the Peru leg, and the first 6 stages taking us to Bolivia, and we've seen everything. Sand dunes, canyons, up to altitude. It's going to be really, really tough start. And it is going to be tough for all of the cars, in particular Peugeot, because there have been some changes. Yeah,
the regulations have changed this year, mainly really focusing on the two-wheel drive. Now, the weight limit has actually been raised 70 kilograms, so they're at a weight disadvantage. More than that, for the four-wheel drive cars, the weight limit has dropped. So it's around 150 kilo difference from 2016. So weight out on the stages is going to be a key factor.
Not going to be quite as clear cut as it was.
Absolutely not. Also, the suspension travel is unlimited in the two-wheel drive class. For the four-wheel drive boys, it was limited, but they've been given an extra 30 mil this year, and I think really over the sand dunes in particular, Nasser Al-Attiyah in that Toyota is really going to use all of these new regs to his advantage. It's certainly not going to be as easy for Peugeot this year. That being said, we caught up with them and they're ready.
Need a bit of everything. I think you need to be a bit lucky, you need to have a strong car. We will prepare as well as possible every day and do our best, but in a 2 weeks long rally it's difficult to predict.
When I won the first Dakar, I said, okay, my dream is done. So it was never possible for me to imagine win 30 times. And why not one more time?
To win you need first to finish, first of all, and then probably has less problems than the others, less mistakes, and have a good speed.
This year should be the Dakar edition, the most difficult of the one in South America. Stability on this car, honestly, it's something really helpful, especially for me. I'm maybe the driver with less experience, and when I jump into this car for the first time, I feel really safe, really comfortable, and really stable.
Not only the performance that will pay, I think it's more the regularity to find all the waypoints, navigation, everything. So nothing is done. We will see a bit what is our level of performance in the start of the rally, and after that we will do our best.
First test was in February, and after only a few kilometers, I said, wow, it's a good direction. It's a good direction because it's more stable. Not only on the corner, but also when you brake, the car is really more stable, on the four wheels.
I hope not, but I think it's going to be tough for us to have such a dominant race like previous years. I think the step is there. We will see. We have just to keep ourselves in a good shape and try to do the best.
Let's stay concentrate on our goal, coming back in Cordoba in a really good position, and the rest, honestly, I leave it for my co-driver.
Right, let's take a look at the Bolivia section of this epic adventure. Stage 7. After a rest day in La Paz, we go to Uyuni. Over 700 Ks covered. This is the marathon stage, and it's all about the salt flats. Stage 8, a slightly shorter day, Uyuni to Tupiza. The Bolivian fans absolutely welcomed us in droves when we arrived here last year. It's the longest special stage and probably the toughest. Altitude is a real issue here, and we'll really get a feel of the leaderboard and who is genuinely capable of winning. Then stage 9, we head into Argentina, Tupiza to Salta, over 750 Ks. We didn't see this last year as it was cancelled, but we're back this year with a mammoth road section.
It really is an incredible route this year, and Alex caught up with Mark Comer, an absolute Dakar legend, and he's the man in charge of preparing the route.
Yeah, for me, we are in front of one historic Dakar, no? It's the 40th edition, this is clear for everybody, but you can feel before the start that everybody is in the positive way. So, you know, we are lucky that to bring Peru again after 5 years, and in the best year, you know, in the special edition, we are in like a dream Dakar. It's become true, no? When we design the road, we always keep in mind all the different competitors that we have. We will try to help the amateurs in the beginning of the race. Like the second day, the cars will start in front because then the sun is harder from midday time. So, you know, small things that can help them to keep it during the race, because of course Dakar have to be tough and is the harder race on the world. But always, I don't like to lose a big percentage of our competitors at the beginning. No? Dakar is special, clear. One of the reasons is because it's the harder race on the world. This is the biggest reason. You know, humanity needs some extra goals to reach. And for me, Dakar brings adventure, you know, bring a lot of values where, you know, make Dakar special. No? So everybody, when he's part of the Dakar, when he finishes the race, he can write a full book of experience. No? So I think this is what is making a special Dakar. No?
It was nice talking to Mark. He kind of gave me an idea of why the Dakar is so special for everyone and why it's thrived for the last 40 years.
Absolutely, he is a Dakar legend and absolutely pivotal in making this whole adventure come together each year. Now let's take a look now at the final leg through Argentina. We start with the run from Salta to Belén, just under 800 kilometers in total, with over 370 special stage. Navigation absolutely critical. In 2017, lots of bikes got lost through here. Moving on to stage 11, it's the run from Belén to Chilecito. This was the hottest stage last year, and we can expect the same in 2018. Stage 12 is the run from Chilecito to San Juan, over 700 kilometers in total, with over 370 competition. And it's at this stage of the Dakar, fitness really plays a part.
Stage 13, big day on the road, San Juan to Cordoba, over 400 Ks of special stage. We stay in Cordoba for the final stage. A loop of just over 100 K will decide the winners of the 2018 Dakar Rally. Over 9,000 kilometres will have been achieved by then. 5 days altitude, over 3,500 metres above sea level. I'm pretty sure that everyone will be ready for a party.
They will, absolutely, will be there. And one man we hope will be there is Bryce Menzies, taking part in his first ever Dakar, and this is what he had to say.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. You know, I've been dreaming about racing Dakar since I first started racing, and we're finally over here. You know, a lot of emotions, a lot of intense feelings, nervous, but you know, we've been testing the two-wheel drive that Mini's built, and it feels really good. Just glad to be over here with the backing of Red Bull and all my partners, BF Goodrich, KMC. So looking forward to this rally. We just got to be consistent for the first half. It's a long, you know, 14 days rally, so looking forward to it.
It's good to have Bryce in the rally, and it'll be really interesting to see how he gets on. And you can keep up to date as well, because we have a dedicated TV crew following him, so catch that on redbull.com.
Absolutely, don't miss that, and don't miss tomorrow's programme as the Dakar Rally gets underway. We travel from Lima to Pisco, and you can follow all the action using the hashtags Rally Dakar and Red Bull Motorsports. Don't miss it, it's going to be epic. We'll see you tomorrow. From Alex and myself, goodbye.
This is a true endurance test.